Well, here we are again. Notice how I always start this thing with well, or some such combination, therefore, and forthwith, and the like. Hi, I'm tired again. I know I say that every week. Every time I record, I mention the fact that I'm tired. Can you see these bags on them? I need to go to a beautician on these things. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talking in the Library, episode 28. We took a week off last week because I landed from Italy and I was just dead tired. I recorded a video and uploaded that and said, yeah, no tittle that week because I was just too tired. And a few of you messaged me asking if I was okay. And my answer to that is yes, thank you for asking. And also, didn't you watch the video? Right, who have we got? We have got Nikita. Hello, welcome. Ashray, hello. Celeste is here. By the way, everyone, the 1st of October, Celeste is now beginning to reveal the avatar for her PNG. You can go and find that over on her Twitter account. Celeste, go ahead and link your Twitter in the chat for everyone so that they can go and have a look. There's Feifel. Hello, Feifel. This just in, Feifel and I share the same underwear. We swap it out. Oh no, the audio keeps cutting out. Come on. How's that? This is going to be replaced, by the way. I am replacing the microphone and the camera as well. So we're going to upgrade things. Jeff from Denkar over on Rumble. Hello, Skull. Hello, there's Vicky. Hello, Amazing Gaming Productions. Hello, Skull already in with the $2 do super chat. Once again into the breach, dear friends. Indeed, once again. Driving and Dragons, long time no speak, sir. How are you? And I think, we've got the Dabbling Warlock who has been binge watching my content. I hope your sanity remains intact. And we have actually Stug, the first ever member, I believe, wasn't he? Who was the first member? Was it Stug? I don't remember. But he is a member for 1 month. Law Sworn. His hotel's as clean as an elven arse. Brilliant. Right. What am I doing? I'm running a show. We're going to talk about things. Specifically, I see a lot of very familiar names in the chat, so this is going to be perfect for what I want to discuss today. We're going to discuss the future. We've hit a big goal, but now we move forward again. Alexander did not stop after the first victory. He carried on to the Indus, and so shall we, my friends. But it wouldn't be right if I did not bring in the two that have stuck with me thus far, and that would be Dean.
Hi, hello there.
Hello. Both of you are fake Welshmen.
True.
I can't argue that.
There we go. There's another one. Skull, also a member for 1 month. Stug was the first. He was the second. Always the runner-up. Always the bridesmaid. Never the bride. Poor Stug. I will say, by the way, guys, memberships are doing very well. We have actually received a membership on this stream already, although it happened yesterday when I posted the stream. A membership came through from a chap called Michael. So if you're here, Michael, hello. Do join us in the members-only Discord. If you are not a member yet, do consider becoming a member. Those at the Law Sworn level get access to a private Discord chat where they will have access to me readily all day, every day, unless I decide to run away and hide. What an intro. I feel that these intros go a while. No? Just me?
Yeah, they're way too long, mate. You need to cut that down a bit.
Well, I think it's just right. It's perfect. Settles the chat in, makes us feel approachable and friendly.
Well, that's otherwise known as I'm lying. Someone wants my attention. What is this? Oh, it's Celeste. What's Celeste doing? She's promoting my stuff. Oh, thank you very much, Celeste. I appreciate that. Yes, Celeste also has things happening in her Discord. Celeste, if you want to invite people to your Discord, drop it in chat. I really don't mind you shilling your things. Also, Driving and Dragons stick your link in there as well if you desire. Again, this is a rising tide lifts all boats, something I'm a big firm believer in. And I think the tide has risen for me lately, chaps. We've, as I say, we've hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. My latest video hit 1,000 views in under 24 hours. We've got a grand total of 10 or 11, I think 10 members now, all but one at the Law Sworn level, which is what gives you access to the private Discord and possibly the ability to play some Dungeons and Dragons with us. It's all going rather well. I think you agree. Like we've grown a lot.
Yeah, it's going pretty good.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
got to keep the
pretty
momentum going. And this little community that has sort of sprung up around Tittle, where we get a lot of familiar faces, a lot of repeat visits. I am quite proud of this little achievement. I will say that. I will toot my own horn. Quite proud of it. And I've made some great friends through it, and of course, dragged you guys along for the ride. Skull has just lost the crown to Paladin Steve. $5 dues. I like the long intro. Gives me time to keep fleshing out my Niefling Sorlock Artificer, which I have banned outright. And if you do bring it, it will die a hideous and horrible death. In fact, I think, Brass, your latest rant, you could probably do one on players bringing characters like that.
Meme characters. That's a good rant, actually. Yeah.
Oh. Write that down. I'll take some of the revenue from it. Man, I am just so tired. It's a lot of. Oh, there's Oldwood. There's another member. A lot of effort has gone into this, and I kind of need a direction as to where we go next. There's a few things coming down the pipeline. One of which is a live stream series that I think we will talk a little bit about soon. Dean, if you take my meaning.
I do.
Then there's the approaching Wayward Realms. There'll be a lot of content around that. But what else? What do people want? I mean, this is sort of just to use a funny word, a bit of a threesome happening here, where we all sort of help each other out with content. How many people in the chat are not subscribed to Dean or Brass on YouTube? Because all of them probably, because there's a certain economic zone being constructed around this content, which I think is very helpful for small creators and people that want to be part of very intimate communities. Oldwood wants total world domination. Excuse me. Bloomin' neck. Look, the last time we did total world domination, the world didn't like it very much. We've been down that route. We had red coats and powdered wigs and the whole lot. And we were quite firmly told to go away on multiple occasions. We are the fathers of many Independence Days. Guys, you're going to have to jump in because I am deliriously tired.
Right, what this channel needs, we Mr. Beast thumbnails. We need to have reaction videos. What else? What else is popular? More tier lists.
Well, there will be reaction videos because when the devlog for Wayward Realms drops, I definitely plan to do a reaction to it.
And but the reaction's got to be like a proper reaction video. That's right. There we are. Yeah, there we are. Perfect thumbnail. Right, you need your green screen behind you as well.
I will be ordering one of those. I've got a little idea for a setup.
The most important part is you need to learn the skibbity lingo. Right, you've got to learn how to speak like the average internet user of today. Okay, no cap.
There was
Pog.
Well done. Quote.
I'm dyslexic here. Details, comments, link. Just on Twitter, are there channels in the details or comments? They are indeed. Hold on, I can do this. So here is the Brass Drake's channel. Yeah, there we go. I'll put that there. There's Brass's. And then I can go to Untold Destiny, and here is Dean's. There you go. Those are 2 channels that people should be subscribed to. If you are not, do subscribe now on pain of humiliation. Kairi's here. Hi, Kairi. Oh, Stug, $2 do. Every frame a paladin. It's funny. People are throwing money at me. I was actually Skull made a meme. I'm gonna put the meme up. Look at this. It's time to learn about the value of money and the importance of supporting good content creators.
That's a good meme.
That's a good
I like it.
I like that meme. If I had some sort of points that I could give out to a reward with crown points, then I would do so. But unfortunately, I do not have that ability. But yeah, reaction content, a little bit early for that. You know, a little bit early. I need to sort of get into Asmongold territories for that. Oh, Brass is massive.
Oh, jeez.
It's never too early for reaction content. That's what gets you off the ground. You need to react to Asmongold content.
And hope that he reacts to me, reacting to him. And then I can react to him, reacting to me, reacting to him, and so on and so forth. Also, the Ultra American TTRPG, thank you very much. $2 dues. Did you make beans on toast right? I don't know. I must have completely missed that you made.
No, I think that might have been directed towards because the first time I did beans on toast for Vicky, I always had bread on toast, beans on bread, and Vicky took one look at it and going back into our courting years.
All those years ago.
All those years, indeed.
Bread.
I know, but I was lazy. I couldn't
Just
be
a
bothered to
bean
toast
sandwich, then.
Yeah, pretty much.
To be honest, probably tastes nice.
It was lovely. I liked it, but then I like soft, mushy foods, and Vicky
You know what
really
I've had? Right, this will offend a lot of people.
Go on.
Pot noodle on toast.
I can see that.
That's student.
Yeah.
Student food.
Americans won't have a clue what that is.
Toasters like bread,
Crumb.
but it's put in a eating
No, they don't know what good bread is.
I don't know. I've been to the Americas. I've had their bread, and you know, once I
Was
got
it
over,
actually American bread, though.
once I got over the poisoning from the preservatives, it was all right. Oh, Jeffrem is telling me he sent a Rumble rant. $5 dues. Hi all. Recently took a major L in my Heroes game. What has been the biggest loss you had in a game where your character survived? What did you lose? And how did they adapt to the challenges it caused? I like this question, so we're going to pivot straight to this. We'll start with Dean.
It would mean I'd actually played a game recently.
Yeah, good point.
This is hurtful. This is really you're dragging. The last time I played a long running game was probably 15 plus years ago. 20 years at least. Yeah, it's even longer actually. It's 2025. So yeah, we're talking about 25 years.
Okay, hold on. I need to get. That's a shame. I don't appear to have anything that is sad music.
Oh.
Brass?
What was the question again? Was it like what?
What was the biggest loss you suffered in game where your character survived?
Every time that Baby DM is playing a character in your game. Because to be fair, like I don't think I've ever been a player, other than maybe the ending of your last campaign, which technically wasn't really a loss, but there was losses, and none of them were missed. But I don't think we've ever actually had like a substantial loss, like a defeat. I mean, I have in my games, you have.
Yeah, I know the one I'm going to talk about from you.
I don't think we've ever really had a moment where it's like, wow, that went catastrophically bad and we barely survived.
That was the Watcher, I guess. Because he didn't actually beat the Watcher.
Yeah,
and
but it ran away from us.
Daikan.
It fled, and Daikan killed himself. So, oh, sorry, I got you demonetized now. Oops.
That is a thing. That is a thing. You've got to watch the language. What a shit rule. I mean, the loss I think that is most resonates with me is when I was playing Jazari, and she was the only survivor.
Yes.
We tried to beat the skull flesh dragon. I know most dragons have skulls and flesh, but this one had a lot of skulls and quite a lot of flesh too. And yeah, she was the only character that survived, which is quite good because she was the one that said, no, we shouldn't go and fight that thing. And everyone else ran in to fight that thing. And that was that. Ultra says to check my good... I can't tell if you made that right, which means you probably haven't made that right. But I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to judge. The way I make beans on toast, Ultra, is you make your toast, you butter it, you cut it in half, and then you ring a plate with it, and you put the beans in the middle. That's how I do it.
No, you put the toast in the middle, butter it, and then just dump the beans on top.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beans on
way
toast.
to do it. Yeah. It's on the toast. It's beans.
Oh, it's Owen.
Beans on toast.
Hello, Owen. Do we know Owen? Does anyone know Owen?
No. You know some of the tales. If you remember when we shared the Undermountain experience, the signs saying turn back now, don't go any further. And then the player who pulled the lever several times but didn't lose much in the way of gear, but stripped the rest of the party. That's Owen. That's Owen.
I was going to say,
yeah.
That is a Welsh sounding name.
Well, not only that, it goes straight into your thing of it's the person that starts the trouble never suffers the consequences.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm calling that Brass's law. I didn't make it up, but I'm calling it.
You're taking it. What the hell were we talking about? This has gone completely off the rails.
Reaction content.
Reaction content? Yeah, maybe people should react to me. Give me some views.
Yeah.
There's on a serious note, there is a special coming up. Those of you that are members at the Law Swan level are in the chat on Discord and you've been participating. I will probably be doing that on a Wednesday in place of a Talking in the Library episode. And probably a little bit later on at night to give people a chance to get in from work over in the States. So we're probably looking at a 10 o'clock my time start, which is like a 5 p.m. EST. And then we will play for 3 or 4 hours live streamed. Obviously, I expect the players to be on their best behavior because it will be on the channel. And we'll just play for an audience and we'll see how that goes. In other news, in terms of live streams, you guys may have noticed that we stopped uploading Untold Destiny stuff a while ago. And there's a little reasoning behind that. Oh, shut up. There's a little reasoning behind that is it takes forever for me to upload these. We're talking sort of 5 to 6 hour uploads. And they don't really do very well as videos. So what I'm going to do is fortnightly, every 2 weeks, again, starting around about 10 o'clock-ish at night for us, but so you guys can get home over there in the States. Everything revolves around you Americans. We will start live streaming an actual play of Untold Destiny with Dean as the foreteller of Destiny, the game master. And you will have myself, Brass, and Vicky as the players. And you'll be able to see how Untold Destiny functions and works. In fact, I have with me still, because I was working on my character a little bit, the copy of Untold Destiny. Look at that. Massive tome of a book. Very fun game. And if you are interested in learning more about Untold Destiny, you can come along and have a hangout in the chat while we play. And at the same time, you'll be able to sort of interact with us as we take little breaks here and there, and get hyped for upcoming release of the game. Am I missing anything else in terms of like solid plans for the next few weeks that we've got together, or was that it? It's the 1,000 subscriber special?
Yeah.
And the Untold Destiny gameplay.
Yeah.
By the way, chaps, if you want more chances to play with us, like on the tabletop, either in front of the camera for the channel or just behind the scenes, just running little experimental things, I think Brass has some intentions to run small experimental groups through different dungeon ideas that he has. The community that you need to be a part of is the Law Sworn community. It's, I believe, $4.99 a month, Great British pounds, and you get access to the Discord, and that's how you sort of get selected, because that paywall just keeps the crazies out. Hey, Shellback Bows here. Welcome indeed. So yes, if you want to join as a member, please do click that join button below, as it is the best way to support the channel. Helps us grow, and it means that you get to partake in some of the community events that are going to be coming down the pipeline. You don't want to miss it, and hopefully it will be good value for money. Have I done e-begging now?
No, I need to do a bit more.
More. Give me more monies. More monies. Oh yes, Vicky has reminded me.
Oh yeah.
There will be the complimentary event will be free, won't it?
It will be free, hence the word complimentary. And Jack, I thought you were educated.
I am. But it's my own education that I gave myself, so it's got holes in it.
Okay. Yeah, it will be a complimentary at the end of the year. We have some artists engaged. I can let you know Jamie Noble will be doing the front cover of the adventure, and we have approached a number of other artists. Once the paperwork's in place, we can share who they are. So there will be a good splattering of real art throughout the adventure.
Oh, I hear a giggle in the background.
Yeah, I think she just, because it's a slight delay, I think she just got the joke about you being educated, Jack.
Don't laugh at me. That's not nice. And of course, Brass, you've got your Brass Bestiaries going on still. You're also going through every monster of the 2024 Monster Manual.
9 years of content. That's going
to be 9 years. Well, the rate
worked it out.
I think I'm missing a trick. Should I be reacting to your going through the creatures? Yeah, do some reaction videos and stuff.
Tell me what you think. Yeah. Tell me I'm wrong.
How you're wrong, and
then I'll react to him defending Brass, and then Brass
absolutely, and then
telling me that I'm wrong and defending you somehow.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Maybe we should use that collaboration feature a little bit more. $5 dues from Stug. Do an alignment chart of sandwiches with Sandy Peterson. Okay. You see, I don't understand.
I know he does like his alignments.
That's what I mean. I get where he's coming from, but I feel like there's deeper lore here that I'm not privy to. Dabbling Warlock likes the idea.
I'll do a tier list of sandwiches. How's that?
But tier list them. You got to have Sandy Peterson posing with the sandwiches.
Yeah, right.
Oh man, what is this show? I'm supposed to talk about like nerdy things, and here I am saying, "Oh, what's for the future." You know what I want to be in the future? So further down the line, like, look, we're coming up to 1,100 subscribers. It's going quick. We could hit 2,000 just after the new year at this rate. What I would like to do further on, read the chat, read my chat. Sandy doesn't believe in alignment. No, what did I miss? No. I am reading chat. It doesn't help. Warlock, it doesn't help.
Why he said he likes his alignments. Because he hates them.
Right. He doesn't like them.
I had an entire thing where Sandy was on and he didn't like alignments.
No, he didn't.
Along with famous YouTuber Runesmith. We should get him back on at some point.
Oh, he was fantastic. Really good.
By the way, guys, the Runesmith did actually partake in some Untold Destiny, which is on the channel. It's on the playlist on my channel. Go and watch the.
He created a summoned creature that will be part of the Kickstarter. Fantastic ideas from him. He said he's always wanted to play summoners, and he had a blast playing one in Untold Destiny.
Good. I would hope so, because the summoner class is not something that really appeals to me. But if you want to suddenly turn Untold Destiny into a war game,
a risky war game,
very.
Yeah, your troops die, you could die.
I like the idea of summoners. I've always wanted to play one, but unfortunately, they don't work well in D&D. Not because of the mechanics, but because it's a turn-based RPG, and normally it just floods the board with minions that take ages, and it just slows down combat. It's horrible.
Yeah. We were having this conversation off camera about how important it is for combat to kind of flow at a good pace. One thing that Untold Destiny definitely lends itself to is more flowy combat, because okay, I'll get to that in a moment, Steve. Whatever the hell that means. Because of the stamina system and the reactions you can take and the ways you can mitigate damage or avoid damage or get pot shots off, it flows more. I think that I didn't feel like Summoner took too long to play out during the playtest.
Untold Destiny,
you're still you're still limited by your own actions. So commanding a creature's swift action. So it's not like you're taking up more time, but the options it gives you with the reactions your summoners can have. You put up a defender next to one of your party, and they get attacked. You can be jumping straight in and going, my defender's going to parry that attack and protect the party member. Just gives you so many more options. And I think from talking to Runesmith, he loved having those options on the battlefield. And they didn't hog the limelight. They were only used as and when they were triggered.
Okay. All right. So I'm just going to put this up.
True.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, fantastic, Skull. Man, that's bloody funny. That is very funny. I don't pretend to understand Brass Dragon's lore. I merely enforce it. I like Futurama. Brass is going to be huge again. Oh, no, he's fine. So we've got, I propose a meme character Royal Rumble, says Steve, for $5 dues and is demoted to fighter as he does so. Meme character's bad. I made an entire video on this. It upset some people doing so. Although, who was it that was asking about what we mean by a meme character? Was it Oldwood?
No, that was Paladin Steve.
Paladin Steve himself, was it? Okay. I don't know. Things happen. Days blend together. I barely know whether I'm coming or going. But yes, this was a chat that was held in our members-only chat room, and if you can just go ahead and click the join button for you get access to. I'm not gonna push memberships anymore. It's a bit.
Why not?
Why not?
I've got to play the YouTube game, mate.
I know I've got to play the YouTube.
Have you told people to like and subscribe yet?
That's a good question. Have you liked and subscribed to the stream yet? Have you pressed the like button? Have you done the things? Have you done a little hype? You guys seen that? The hype mechanic, which is now on videos?
Yeah, what does that actually do?
I don't know. Go to any video on YouTube, Brass.
Right.
Yeah.
One of mine, and click hype, and then just hype it 3 times. I don't know what it does, but it's there.
Is this some kind of YouTube premium thing? Because I don't see this.
Do you not?
No.
I don't think it's YouTube premium because Vix has it. She's not YouTube premium. Look, I'm going to go to Dean's latest video. Give it a like while I'm there. Oh, it's gone.
Well, that'll be why.
It's gone. No. If you get the comments first, flick the comments across to the left.
Flip the comments across to the
Yeah,
left.
there's 2 tabs, the comment tab and the hype tab underneath.
You don't have any comments, so... Oh, maybe it's like a phone thing?
I
honestly couldn't tell you because
The hype thing, I don't think it's on like streams like this.
No, I was looking at Dean's video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it must be a phone thing, like a mobile app thing.
Oh, right.
Weird. I asked, and now that I know I'm fully on board with meme character death battles, 4 memes enter, 1 meme leaves. That could be fun, to be honest. In fact, we could have that. Could be a bit of content. Paladin Steve, you're go into the Discord server in the mod section and just make a little note about that idea. That's a good idea. We'll get some of that going. Some PvP.
Yeah, there isn't a hype on this one. But it might be because your channel might have to be a certain size before it appears.
Maybe. It's strange.
It is
Either way,
very
it's like,
strange.
It's like 3 stars with like shooting stars.
Yeah, so your video's got it. You got the hype button.
Weird.
And I'm not going to push it because I might spend money.
Hi, AGP. No, it's free. You get allocated a certain amount of points per week.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then you get to shove them on videos. And I don't understand. Paladin Steve, member for 1 month. May as well make the hat trick. 3 here for 1 month. Lovely. And again, if you guys want to become members of the channel, you can do so by clicking the join button down below. And subscribing at the Law Sworn level will enable you access to the private chat room and community events. Is that enough e-begging yet, Brass? Can I stop now?
No.
In all seriousness, I do like the idea of using the memberships as kind of like a filter for potential candidates for games. Because sometimes you just need a fresh group to try something on. Rather
I
than
agree.
tried and like we've been playing together for what, 5 years, Brass?
Yeah, same group pretty much, and we've got rid of half of them, or more than half actually.
Yeah, so it was a grand culling, which is continuing. I'm down to 3 players now.
I might be going back up to 5, annoyingly.
Oh,
Quite liked having 4, and now one of the guys that actually I might come back in October.
Boy.
I did say to him, I was like, look, just letting you know, combat flowed so much better when you weren't around. just let that inform your decision when you make a character. To,
Very pointy.
Please hurry it up on your turns. Not that he was ever the issue, but...
Well, no, because he was useless.
True, actually.
But wouldn't that make him the issue then?
He was a bard. So the only thing that he ever accomplished was getting the rest of us in trouble. And then die.
And every combat he'd run in, miss,
Get
and then run away because he had like the mobile feat, so he could run like 80 feet per turn, and was just running around like a headless chicken.
This is Mildred.
Well, was he playing a Tabaxian or something then?
No, half elf.
Half elf, 80 feet.
Yeah.
Mobile gives you an extra 10 feet base movement.
Yeah. So that's.
And I can't remember where he got his. He was moving a lot. He had a lot of movement.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Probably haste or something like that. Yeah.
I think he did. I think he had a. Did he have a level in rogue? No, I can't remember. I have no idea. He did have it though.
I remember him being very zippy.
Yeah.
Stay still so I can hit you. I will give a high five to anyone who gets that reference. It's an old film at this point. More people are sending me things. Oh, it's a Damnedest Bastard. Damnedest Bastard's a good.
See, that would be a 6th member, Vixeny. At that point.
Oh yeah, that's the baby. Oh boy.
We're going to go up to my first campaign levels of just having 8 players. At some point.
My second campaign of having 7. Yeah, 3 or 4 players is much better.
4 is ideal.
I think 4's a good number.
Was the ideal party, but I think that's mostly because I was playing like Dungeons and Dragons Tactics on the PSP at the time. You ever play that?
No.
Does anyone remember the PlayStation Portable?
Yeah.
I do, but I was playing Phantasy Star Universe on that.
I was playing Final Fantasy Dissidia.
Yeah.
Which is a great fighting game.
Yeah. That was a good console. It just never. It never took off. It just
they shat the bed again with the PS Vita.
Yeah,
they released
screen on the back.
Yeah, I had the PS Vita. I remember playing it in 6th form. I was just sat there in class playing it. And
playing so much.
I think a lot of questions have been answered.
All the teachers are useless. I was probably learning more by playing Dynasty Warriors Next on the PS Vita than I was actually listening to my psychology teacher.
I honestly agree. You know where I get most of my history knowledge from is video games and map games like Paradox games or Total War games.
I got mine from Age of Empires 2.
You learn so much through that.
Yes, like China not having access to gunpowder or block printing.
Age of Empires 2, but have you ever played the Nintendo DS version?
No.
The Nintendo DS version of Age of Empires 2 is basically Civilization. You play turn-based, moving units around and building towns on the map.
That actually sounds good.
It's really good. And when the units attack each other, there's like these massive battle animations that play out. It's really cool. I'm amazed that not more people have seen it.
Hmm.
Well, I never really had handhelds because I was a PS1 and Nintendo 64 child.
See,
and
I never
PS2.
got to have a. I had to beg and plead for a console for a long, long time. My parents were very against me having one. They thought I should go outside and play.
See, I just sort of came home from school one day and we had a PS1. My
Hmm.
dad was like, "Oh yeah, I bought this. It was on sale. Here we are."
The PS1 was a great console.
It was
Absolutely
fantastic.
cracking.
And the PS2 was even better because it was completely backwards compatible with PS1.
Oh, it was, and the what was it? It had a DVD drive in it.
It did. Yeah, I watched most of my movies on that,
Yeah.
and it lasted a while.
Damnedest bastard, are you telling me we've got competition? Are you telling me that they're stepping on my time slot that I stream at every week? Are you telling me, damnedest bastard, that my two friends, Bill and Yang, are streaming all over my time slot? That's all right. They're good people. And Yang, I think, is going to produce quite a good little adventure there. He'll be coming on to promote that at some point. Is that like StarCraft on N64? I did not play StarCraft on N64. I did have an N64. We have an N64 at the moment as well. I mostly just played Super Mario 64, to be honest.
I played Ridge Racer, GoldenEye, and Super Mario 6 and Mario Kart as well, actually.
Mario Kart 64 was good. Do you remember when McDonald's used to have Mario Kart for the GameCube on the floor?
No.
I can vaguely recall that.
I remember going into McDonald's in town and they had a setup with GameCubes and everyone was playing Mario Kart because they were all linked together.
Yeah, I came into Nintendo on the GameCube. Yeah.
I was a Pokemon kid. I played a lot of Pokemon growing up.
Now see on the handheld side, love the Game Boy Advance, playing Pokemon and the Pokemon card game that came out on the GBA.
I have that.
Yeah, it's a good game.
It is. It's probably the best way to play the Pokemon TCG.
Yeah,
because it doesn't have any of the power creep.
No, and it has actually quite an engaging story. It's quite a nice game.
Getting the medals and things. Yeah. I always liked that game. I liked how everyone kind of walked on the spot. Was that a cat going mad?
That's Vicky walking past.
Yeah, shit.
Sorry.
Spyro was a very good game. I agree. What are some incredibly good games that I have played that I'm missing? Here you go. We're talking about the future of the channel, and we've just gone straight into retrospectives. I didn't play too much Smash.
On the N64?
On the N64, I didn't play too much.
I never played Smash in my life.
Smash Bros. Otherwise, we couldn't play games.
You've never played Smash?
No. Well, I might have played it at like other people's houses, but I never gave a shit.
Oh, speaking of Smash, how's it going, Sable? She draws sexy elves, all right? He draws sexy elves. Doi. It's a funny joke. Please don't sue me. Pokemon Snap, I was never really interested in. Pokemon Colosseum, that was good. It's like, oh, wow, 3D Pokemon, and now I just want sprites back.
See, I never played any Pokemon. I never played any Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a fantastic.
Only because my church banned it. Funnily enough, they didn't ban Pokemon, but all my friends were very like none of them had like Pokemon, so never bothered. Probably would have liked it, to be fair.
Halo was a good game. Owen and I used to play that on the Xbox One split screen.
Oh, your old friend.
That was always more of an Xbox thing, and I never did.
No, see, I loved the Xbox.
Old Wood. There is content. Us playing old games. We did just have a gaming in the library week where we were playing Barony together. That was fun. I call that kind of retro-y. It's got a retro-y feel to it.
That was great fun because Jack hoarded all the food
I
and
think you
I
starved
died
it.
of starvation. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It was
yeah,
a
that
great
was
game.
funny.
Great game.
I like how you told us you were starving to death, and
I know.
neither of us took any notice.
What do you mean, none of us?
I said
You.
neither.
I think, Brass, you didn't have any food. For some reason, we were, looting.
I was on
everything
my
and there was
last
no
cheese.
Food. Yeah.
Look, I was the wizard. I was the one that was identifying the food. So I just had the food.
Mm.
You should have asked.
I did.
You should have explicitly asked.
Ah.
Golden Axe was good. I saw because my nan, when she was alive, she had this old computer with loads of old arcade games and old SNES games on it. And there was things like Double Dragon, Streets of Rage, things like that. Those were good, like old beat 'em up games. Always enjoyed them.
Oh yeah, Vicky wants us to play Portal. Portal 2
Oh.
with the two little robots.
That sounds like it will be hell.
Yeah.
That's 2-player co-op, right?
It's co-op. Yes.
Okay. Sorry, bro.
You're to work with each other, so it's one of these where the puzzles have each of you having to perform certain tasks to get through the level.
I know how Portal works, yeah.
Yeah. But if you choose to do so, you can activate traps on your other buddy and send them back to the start and stuff like this. So stepping off a pressure plate to reactivate a trap.
So it would just screw you over entirely, but be very funny.
It would be very funny, but then at the same time, you're still trying to get through the level. And yeah.
Oh, by the way,
when it happens by accident, that's when it's really funny.
Anyway, guys, if you have not yet, do like and share the stream. It helps immensely. We're just having a chill chat at this point. If anyone wants to ask any questions, do go ahead and drop them in chat. Obviously, those that are super chats will receive priority, but don't feel the need to. Vicky, I wasn't associating you with my nan. She was an utter battle axe, and you're not that scary. Rest in peace, Nan. Her dog is still alive. Her little dog is still alive. My nan died 9 years ago, and her little dog is 17.
Wow.
He's still going, and he's just. I don't believe it. His name's Angus. Little Yorkshire Terrier. He's blind and he's deaf, so he kind of just sort of unsteadily walks up to you, gets the scent of who you are, and then just becomes a puppy again.
Oh.
I don't get it. Did either of you guys ever play any of the YS games? The IS games, like the Arkham Nepishtim?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I played a few.
I played the Arkham Nepishtim a bit, but I never got it. I liked it. Like you were playing Abel, the red-haired swordsman. Oh, would you look at that? It's my little brother. Angus. Oh. Oh, look. That's him. That's the little dog. I didn't realize you were in here, mate. What else was there? I played Age of Empires 2 on PC for the first time in a while with Brass and Baby DM. And I just don't understand that game. I'm not good at micro.
It's not difficult to understand. You gather resources.
Okay, I understand it, but the micro and the timing of the eco, I don't understand.
You prefer Age of Mythology because you can just press the auto cue and auto play button,
and then I just
plays it for you.
But I like games with limited resource. So where you start a battle with some units, and those units are the units for that battle. And I find that a lot more
I hate those.
intuitive. I know, but there's no accounting for intellect.
That's why you prefer the the shorter games that don't last very long.
How many hours have I got in CK2?
Yeah, you know what CK2 is? Cookie clitter. Clitter. I always clitter. Yeah, that's the word now. We're using that one. We're using that.
Oh, sorry, Jack. Your channel's really gone down.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
over now. It's over. I did that on purpose
What
He
can
said
I
that
know?
word.
to
Oh,
demonetize
cheers,
you.
AGP. What can I expect from a fake Welshman?
True.
What else is there? Like, if you had to sort of choose 2 or 3 really impactful games, and you're not allowed to say Dynasty Warriors,
Well, why not?
because you always say Dynasty Warriors. I want to know what else.
Well, I have 2 or 3 really impactful games on my life, and that was
Are
World
they
of
all Dynasty
Warcraft,
Warriors?
Age of Empires 2, and Dynasty Warriors.
Like, what is the best game, like, for you ever? Just like number 1 top game. What is it?
It's either going to be Age of Empires 2 or Dynasty Warriors 5.
Pick.
Fuck.
Oh, gee.
I'm going to say Dynasty Warriors 5
Yeah.
because Age of Empires 2, it's skewed because the game that I'm playing now, the definitive
I just send
edition.
an ambulance to you. You all right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. The definitive edition of Age of Empires 2 is not the same game as it was in 1998. So technically, if I went back to the old Age of Empires 2, would I enjoy it? Sure. But I don't think I'd stick around very long. Whereas Dynasty Warriors 5, I did go back to it because I played all the PS2 Dynasty Warriors games, Dynasty Warriors for the Americans, right, on an emulator. And I thought it would just be rose-tinted goggles and nostalgia, because that's what happens when you normally go back to an old game. But it wasn't. They were actually just objectively better than the new games. In fact, they were objectively better than 99.9% of games that come out now.
I'm surprised you didn't say WoW.
WoW is a weird one because I have a love-hate relationship with it. Right now, I'm more invested in my character in WoW than the game. Like, I could not give less of a shit what happens in WoW anymore. Right? When there's a cinematic that comes out, I'll watch it. Oh, that was good. Or, oh, that was shit. I don't keep up on the news. There's new patches coming out. I don't even know what's going on. I don't get FOMO for it anymore, where I'm like, oh, I have to log in to get this thing because it's like a limited event. Like I used to, that was the thing that always kept me coming back. Every holiday, so Halloween, Christmas, Midsummer, Brewfest, all that, I'd come back every single time because it's FOMO. I gotta get the rewards, gotta get the stuff. And now I don't give a shit. So I feel like, wow, it was the most impactful game of my life. Like a million times over. Way more impactful than Age of Empires, way more impactful than Dynasty Warriors.
But not the best.
But I think it was probably the best for the first half up until maybe like past Wrath of the Lich King.
I agree with Sable there. WoW went down after Legion. Both my little brothers in chat right now. That's embarrassing. Right. Dean.
Yes.
Best game.
The earliest would be Dungeon Master. It is it is the best, and I can still play it today. Dungeon Master, I include Chaos Strikes Back and Dungeon Master 2.
Is this a Dungeon Keeper game?
It's a sort of step. It's you look from the eyes of the adventurer, walking through a dungeon, solving puzzles, defeating monsters. But your movement is step grid-based movement.
Oh, like Grim Hall. Is it Grim Hall?
Like
Grim. There was a new one that came out a few years ago.
Oh jeez, yes, I played that as well, and nothing's come close to the perfection that Dungeon Master was.
So you create yourself a party and you go on.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And then so that's number 1. Number 2, Phantasy Star Online, which I have played on pretty much every console. Played with Vicky, and it is an incredible game. Even now, they've got servers still running.
Oh, it's still going.
They're not official servers anymore, but the fan base have kind of picked up. They run the code, so you can download the client and still play it.
Do they do like their own fan-made expansions and quests and things like? Wow.
Yeah.
I like it when MMOs sort of become a cult thing, because one of the best experiences I ever had was going into a role play server for Neverwinter Nights with Brass, actually. And it was a very small community, and it was so good to have like it's a massive multiplayer thing, but really confined to a certain subset of people. So it was all Very immersive.
They can pretty much tailor the experience to suit their audience. So that's 1 and 2, and number 3 I think would have to be Final Fantasy VII.
Good choice. I love the materia system.
They have not got close to the perfection of Final Fantasy VII, and the remaster is a shallow, it's a hollow intimidation. It's terrible.
Intimidation.
I was imitation. Yes,
we're all tired.
We're all tired. Yeah.
I like Sable Oblivion is probably up there as one of the best games I've ever played. It was not the best, although it is probably up in my top 3. We'll come back to that. Dabbling Warlock. Someone else said Left 4 Dead. I think that's one of Vix's as well. She really likes Left 4 Dead. Victoria 2 is very good, yes. But someone says Ocarina of Time. I've played City of Heroes. That was an old MMO back in the day, AGP. Final Fantasy 6 is okay. I think Final Fantasy 7 has a stronger aesthetic in terms of it. Final Fantasy 7 is where you're sort of moving away from the main artist of the old games, which is fantastic art. I can't remember his name at the moment. Japanese fellow, fantastic art style. But because you've got that blocky early 3D render in Final Fantasy 7, it's just it just still holds up. It still looks good. I played the a re-release of the original classic Final Fantasy VII on the Nintendo Switch a few years ago, and it was just great. I do like 6. I just don't. I like the characters in 7 a lot. You immediately get to know Cloud and Tifa and Barrett and all the rest of it. Final Fantasy 9 is okay. I understand why people love it, but it's a little bit too. I don't know. Although Garnet does bump it up a few points on its own.
I will say there's a lot of the suggestions from chat are fantastic games, and if I was asked to give a top 100 games that really influenced me, I could easily fill that up.
I think the best game for me, like the game that I am actually thinking about going back and having another playthrough, because I've got it on my Nintendo 2DS. Pokemon, specifically Gold version. It was my first proper Pokemon game, and the fact that you can go back to Kanto, and the fact that you can fight Red, and it's simple enough, and and straightforward enough that a little old kid Jack could follow it. Pokemon Gold version is probably the best game I've ever played in terms of the time it hit me, the amount of time I've replayed it. I don't replay stuff often, but Pokemon Gold is probably one of the games that I have replayed the most. I've played it dozens of times. I do want to quickly go and have a look at these comments I've now pinned. So we had Told Onward. I believe he is something of a newer subscriber. He says, what do you guys think about the Legacy of Kain series? I'm going to be completely honest. I've never played them, but I did watch all of the lore videos and the cutscene movies and the like. So I know a little bit about it. And for me, it just seems convoluted. I mean, the first Legacy of Kain game looked and sounded awesome, but then after that, what the hell? I went off the deep end. What about you guys?
Never played it. Never really watched anything about it. Not gonna lie. I haven't got a clue. I'm trying to think because I've heard the name. I don't actually know.
It's the vampire. You might have seen Soul Reaper.
So Soul Reaper was the second. Then there was a third.
I thought it was something along those lines.
Reaper. Yeah. I played all 3. Haven't finished any of them. And I would say the first one, very top-down kind of approach, if I remember rightly.
Yep.
The second and third, very much action-based 3D. Moving blocks. First of all, the games are fantastic. I think the atmosphere, the lore is really good. It's strong. But if I have to move another freaking block, and that's all the puzzles, we're moving blocks, and it took forever. The animation of you clink and then shink and then shink and then oh god. I think it's, for the time, they were great games. And I think the lore, the atmosphere was very well done, but execution was a little bit lacking.
People are still talking about Final Fantasy. By the way, Emerald was a fantastic game. Good night, Miss Piperborn. The Final Fantasy VIII. I like that game a lot. The opening is fantastic with the orchestral choir and the feathers and the matching scars. And tell me a cooler looking weapon than the revolver gunblade.
Any sword.
No. The revolver gunblade is the coolest looking weapon. Have you seen the revolver gunblade? I assume you have.
I've probably seen variants of it.
Let me show you the initial revolver gunblade, and you will. If you do not agree,
I've seen
it is the best looking weapon in the world. Then what are you smoking? It's got like the lion griffin on it. Let me see if I can get a good. This is a good picture. Open image, new tab. This is like a replica. This will do. Look at this thing. That's bloody awesome.
It's a cool looking weapon.
It is.
But it's not the coolest looking weapon.
It's just a shame that when it upgrades, it looks really stupid. With like the bright blue jaggedy blade on it for the lion heart.
Final Fantasy VIII was fantastic, except the first time I played it, I went in with the classic feel of you got to grind your levels, not realizing all the bosses upgrade. And the junction system was fantastic.
It was very abusable. You could immediately become invulnerable at the start of the game by junctioning it for over and over and over again.
Yeah, if you had the time, didn't level, and junctioned and then rejunctioned and rejunctioned, you could become incredibly powerful. And I loved the cinematics in Final Fantasy VIII. The whole beach, when you're running down the beach and you're going up against the first boss, which I think was this big sort of mechanoid thing. Brilliant.
I still use that militaristic preparation before the seed test, that militaristic soundtrack. I still use that when my party, like Brass, will have heard it because I've used it when they're planning. If there's a battle or something going on, I will put that on in the background while they're planning out what they want to do. Also, we have had a membership message. Amazing Gaming Productions member for a month level, Lorsworn. Hope everyone has checked out Tales from Trinity City Fame System release. Super simple. Yeah, mate, go ahead and link the tweet release for that in chat. I've been so wrapped up in stuff, I haven't checked it out yet, but it is on my list of things to do.
Same here.
Perhaps you can run something for us in the Discord server at some point. But there's just a lot coming down the pipeline. With all these things that need to happen, I just don't have the time. I could have the time if people gave me more money through memberships by clicking the join button down below, and therefore I could do this full time. No, I don't know, man. I like 8. I think a lot of stuff went wrong with 8. I think the story was very confusing. I think as soon as you take that shot at the sorceress and he misses, after that boss fight, the entire story just goes off the deep end.
Do you want to know something?
What's that?
I never played any Final Fantasy games except for I played one on the PS2. I think it was 10. It was the one with Van or whatever his fucking name was the main character.
12?
That's 11, 12?
10, 11, 12, I don't know.
It
wasn't 13 because that was with lightning in it.
That was ramification.
Only Final Fantasy games I've actually played. Well, the only one I played to completion was 16. I played 14, didn't like it. You know why? I don't like the aesthetics of Final Fantasy. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I've got to balance out all this Final Fantasy hype and glazing that's going on right here, and tell you I actually do not like the aesthetic and style of most Final Fantasy games.
You're allowed to be wrong, Brass. That's perfectly fine.
I'll put it this way: I like some of the aesthetics. a Final Fantasy game. They're not all of it.
I think the latest ones seem to they kind of try to be modern but fantasy at the same time, and it hasn't gelled with me.
15, you're driving around in a BMW.
Exactly. I feel it lost its heart somewhere along the way.
I really like 15.
Probably a good game, but
it was shit. But before I knew it, I was max level. I had all the ultimate weapons, all the ultimate items, and I was completing the game. As I don't understand where it went, but I put my time in. I really enjoyed it. Did all the optional dungeons, and it was just the gameplay was fine. Like zipping, because it was this weird mix of you button mash, and also there's a menu to choose abilities from. But they also had a teleportation thing where you were zipping in and out of combat, which was really fun.
Yeah, I've seen some videos. Yeah, the only thing objectively good about Final Fantasy games is the music.
Yeah.
I use a lot of 14, 15, and 16 soundtracks in my D&D games.
I still use Final Fantasy victory jingles when you guys win a big fight.
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've just played too much Final Fantasy. It's coming home to me right now. The most modern games really lost it. The last only good release probably was Baldur's Gate 3. Says Old on Wood.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 was a good game. You're allowed to be wrong, Dean. But
look,
at the end of the day,
they remastered 1 and 2, and that for me was fantastic.
When we played Baldur's Gate 3 together, you had a good time, Dean.
Yes, but I think that was more the company and being in the having a bunch of murder hobos around me. It was nice. It was truly role playing.
We started with we're going to take the story seriously. We're going to vote on choices, and then we just didn't.
And then it just fell apart. Absolutely.
But one thing I don't think anyone can deny with Baldur's Gate 3 is it's probably the game with the most amount of actual effort and care put into it out of almost any modern game. Even I would say Elden Ring felt a little bit corporate-y.
Yeah.
To me, it was very much like trying to capitalize on old, open world trends and stuff, and it just doesn't really work. But I think Baldur's Gate 3, if it didn't have WotC breathing down their necks when they were making it, I think would have been a 10 out of 10 game.
I think there's a reason Lorien Studios is not doing 4.
I think I don't know if it's official, but I think there was talk about them saying how hard WotC was to work with, and how WotC basically was the driving force behind most of the story and characters, which is the thing that Jack hates the most.
The two most important things.
Yeah. I mean, if you tone down the interaction of the NPCs where they're constantly hitting on you, and I think Leviva Dirt, the YouTube channel, they did a kind of parody on it, and I absolutely love that. That one thing spoiled that game for me. And if they just toned it down or given you a big checkbox,
they
just make it
did
family
tone
friendly.
it down eventually. It has,
but it was too late. It turned a lot of people off the game.
I think, like as me and Jack have had this conversation before, where I think Baldur's Gate 3 would have been 10 out of 10 if it wasn't all mind flayers. I don't really mind mind flayers. I just like them in small doses. But if it was just a typical adventure from levels 1 to 12 as it is, and you're just exploring the Sword Coast, and there's dragons, and there's dungeons, and all the companions are just level 1 adventurers. They're not Gale, who's the most powerful wizard ever, and he got nerfed and becomes a god.
And banging the goddess of magic.
It's not Karlach, who just like 1v infinities all of Avernus. It's not Will, who is the son of Archduke fucking Ravengard, whatever his name is. It's not. I mean, Lae'zel was fine. Shadowheart was good. I like Shadow. Keep her in there.
I think Shadowheart was probably one of the more well-written characters. Sable brings up a good point. Smashing success, record layoffs directly afterwards.
Oh yeah, they did.
Hey, Drama Goblin, we're doing well. How are you, sir? And Ryan Lopez disagrees, but I don't know what he's disagreeing with. Look, Baldur's Gate 3 was, and I will look into the characters so people don't mistake my opinion, but this is the internet, so people are not going to understand the words that come out of my mustachioed lips. Baldur's Gate 3 was a fantastic bloody game. utterly brilliant. 9.5 out of 10, if not 10 out of 10. However, the characters were insufferable. The writing was atrocious. The beginning was back to front. The Elder Brains are dumb. Mind Flayers are dumb. The villains didn't make any sense apart from the first one, which should have been the last one. And a lot of the situations that you find yourselves in within Baldur's Gate 3 is just sarcastic millennial quips, and I despise it. But yeah, that's my opinion. I do feel that Larian put a little bit too much divinity into Baldur's Gate 3 because the companion characters were not companions; they were origins. So they had to be.
Well, I can't blame them for that because that's what they're known for. It's like when they got
I never
that studio whose only game they ever made was like an RTS or something, and they got them to make Dark Alliance.
Oh, that's worse.
Oh yeah. Oh jeez.
It was like a motorcycle game, wasn't it? Like
It was not even close to a Dungeons and Dragons game or an action game. All they had to do was just make D&D version of Vermintide.
Yeah,
and it would have
or
been
Dynasty
fantastic.
Warriors.
Like yeah, that sort of thing.
We're talking the latest Dark Alliance.
Yeah, the one that's now been taken off Steam because it failed. So
that was terrible.
And the
that
studio went under.
So bad.
We should play some original Dark Alliance together at some point.
I do like the originals.
That's 2 players.
No, that's 3 players.
Three players. Oh god,
the
Dark Alliance 2 is 3. Yeah.
I know it's the original Dark Alliance.
And the original. Yeah. Wow.
Because you can play the sexy elf.
Oh.
Which I will right now say I'm going to play the elf, and I'm not going to wear any armor.
I don't think it has internet play, so we'd have to do that when we're
It
together.
does. I believe it does.
Really?
I'm going to double check right now because it's on Steam.
Now that's the game.
Dark Alliance. It's on sale right now, 20% off.
It's always on sale.
Shared or split screen co-op, so we can play remotely, but it's just shared screens. Because you can play that way. I just have to stream it to you guys, kind of thing. That's a good game. I do enjoy that game. I think that means only one of us needs to own it as well.
Well, I own it anyway. So.
Oh, you can host it then. We'll try it that way around. Yeah, I'd quite like to play that actually. What are you chaps doing after this?
Finding my joystick. No, the controller pad. Oh, jeez.
Business Elf approves. Haven't seen Business Elf in a while. Don't know where she's gone off to. We hit 1,000 subscribers, and she kind of said, "My work here is done," and she left. Don't know where she's gone. Was there anything else that we wanted to talk about tonight? I've got a few minutes. Does chat want us to talk about anything in particular? There's still like 20 people here who have should probably like and subscribe.
Just to answer Owen's question about the Kobold Paragon, that story has also been told in one of the libraries.
Has it?
Yes, the big Paragon, the Kobold
that
was ignored for how long?
The one that killed Vicky's character.
And Owen's character.
And Owen's character.
He had this great plan to be swallowed by it with this axe that could kill the Kobold, but only if it rolled a 1 on a saving throw. And to survive long enough before the stomach acids and the crushing intestines killed him.
Kobolds aren't supposed to be that big.
This one was.
Okay, this I don't mind talking about. Told Onward has been making a lot of good suggestions. A spooky one-shot. Well, I'll pin that for another topic. If we get to that today, we'll talk about it today, Warlock. But I want to talk about the Elder Scrolls 6 expectation. Did you guys see my video?
Good video.
Yes, sort of.
It's done very well. So I think this is something a lot of people are interested in hearing about. It is how good is the Elder Scrolls 6 going to be? I explained my trepidation with it. How about you guys? What are you thinking?
I think it's going to absolutely suck ass. I mean, the bugs we can all expect, right? Mm-hmm. And I think everyone's still going to play the shit out of it, right? It's going to be great because it's a new Elder Scrolls game, but they're going to ruin the lore. They're going to shit on the characters.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to homogenize everything because this is just how modern fantasy works. and it's not going to feel like an Elder Scrolls. It's going to feel like a Dark Souls. They're going to make it into Dark Souls and just use that because they're like, oh, that's popular. And if you think about it, when did Elder Scrolls 6 start developing?
Alongside Dark Souls, it came out. Actually, it released right by it, didn't it? You had the two. That and you had the original Dragon's Dogma. So you had Skyrim, Dark Souls, and Dragon's Dogma all sort of releasing together back in the day, back in 2011. Those halcyon days.
But do you honestly believe that Bethesda was actually developing Elder Scrolls 6? Do you actually think they were even developing it back when they released the release trailer, like the teaser?
No, I think that teaser trailer that teaser trailer was purely for Microsoft, saying, please buy us. That was what
they were working on their mobile game instead. That's
Blades.
what they've been working on, Blades. That sucked, and I think that's been taken off the store too. So good job. But yeah, if we look at the latest Fallout games, they're all shit. If we look at Starfield, shit. The Oblivion remaster was good, but they ruined it.
They put in health regen. I don't understand why.
Yeah, so I do not have any faith at all unless they like complete like a 180 right now. I don't have any faith that they're going to actually make a good game. It's just going to be half-assed and rushed out. I know I say that. That sounds ironic because it's the teaser was longer ago than like Skyrim was from the teaser, right? So
and of course, it's going to be horribly optimized because for whatever reason,
7 years
studios, AAA studios seem to have forgotten how to program. They're using so many libraries and tools on top, so you end up with this. It'll probably be 200 gigs, to download and install because Oh,
here we go.
There it is. Reaction channel.
There we go. Reaction content, boys and girls. Reaction content. Let's get
your pog faces.
There we go. Let me just quickly take the chat down so we can see this a bit better. Here we go, boys and girls. Some reaction content for your viewing pleasure. Actually, no, this doesn't work. Let's do this. This is fine. Here we are.
Oh my god. Oh my god, could it be? Dark Souls 4? Oh shit.
There's a city down there. There's one down there. Where the trees are placed means it's going to be a city house. My head. It's got a coastline.
It's the music. It's the music.
There's the ocean. I can see the sea.
So there is,
and that's all we've ever gotten. There literally hasn't even been like a single sentence of an update from Bethesda on Elder Scrolls 6 ever since that trailer. That's how bad it is. I guarantee you, it's development hell behind the scenes. That's why they're not.
I agree. I mean, I think we're just going to have to wait for the Wayward Realms, lads.
It is a shame because I want to have theoretically, Elder Scrolls should be my perfect game.
Yeah.
Because my ideal of a 10 out of 10 perfect game is a fantasy RPG, right? Where you make your own character. It isn't first person, like Wayward Realms. And you explore a fantasy world that has dragons and dungeons and giants. And you cast spells. It is actually surprising to me how few games meet that description. The closest is the Souls series.
Yeah,
that's it. And that's why I like the Dark Souls games so much. Because everything is either first person or you play as a pre-made character, like Witcher, for example. You play as Geralt. You don't make your own. You don't pick a class. You are always a Witcher. Granted, there's builds, but basically a single-player MMO. That's what I'm looking for.
Elder Scrolls 6 is not going to be good.
There's glimmer of hope in how long it's taken.
100 people to 400 people, and there's just going to be so much bureaucracy.
Well, to be fair, that's what Baldur's Gate 3 did. Baldur's Gate originally was an absolutely tiny team, and they grew to 400 people, and they took as much time as they needed. But the difference is they had an early access, they released updates, they actually took feedback. There's none of that going on with Elder Scrolls 6, at least so far anyway. And the problem is you had the Microsoft acquisition. Now, that could be a good or a bad thing, because Microsoft, with Blizzard, when they bought Blizzard, have kind of let them just run themselves. It hasn't worked for them,
No.
to be honest. They're still just as shit as they were under Activision. But
True,
yeah, I don't know. I want a good Elder Scrolls game, and I want to have a third person.
I will have to ask Michael and Victor if there is likely to be a third person in the Wayward Realms. But you know what? Should we do some more reaction content quickly, chat?
No.
Because it's been a while since I've watched this, and we are approaching early access now. So here is the Wayward Realms gameplay trailer from how long ago was this now? A while ago. This was a year ago. This was released. I just like the aesthetics of it.
Welcome to the archipelago, a landmass of over 100 islands, steeped in political intrigue, forgotten magic, and a multitude of adventures to be had. Ours begins on Ijar, a remote island in the northeast.
You get ships. We do that in Daggerfall too. Also, third person there.
We have come to the
Only
town
on the
of
boat.
Malhelm, at the behest of Lady Ravensworth, stepmother to the local baron in search of information. Rumors have been circulating of strange occurrences around the tomb of Lord Godsend, a former rival to the baron who met his end at our own hands.
So this
We
is
were sent to
based
seek out
just
Niles,
after
an informant
the
for
early
Order of
access is
Saint
set. This
Latra.
trailer.
But it seems the door is locked. There must be
Climbing.
another way in.
Well, you can see a character's hands. This is good.
Huh?
Not the friendly sort.
Niles Gobos.
Maybe he just needs a little convincing.
One thing that text rather than speech has is you can do so much more in terms of what you can make a quest on.
Excellent. We have the information we need. Now let's be on our way. We have our goal, but there will be some obstacles in the way. It is up to us how we wish to achieve it. Combat.
I like how the combat is...
Step.
The swords actually stop one another. You've got directional combat as well.
My favorite build.
Stealth Archer.
Yeah.
We can see your body, brass.
Magic.
That's all right.
And again, this is a year ago. And we're expecting a devlog to drop in the next sort of days or weeks.
Or using
And
our
I do
wits of
believe that
knowledge.
enemies can now hit one another as well if they start stacking like that. This is what I want. Good old dungeon delving. Proper puzzles.
What, you haven't got 3 circular things that you have to twist around?
Of course. Sometimes that might not be enough.
Again, this was a year ago. And I think that's a death knight.
See, I'm going to be brutally honest.
Yep.
That trailer
Sorry.
just looked like any other
You say
Steam
you would
game
rather
trailer.
just spend your time fishing?
Fair
I
enough.
get that there's a more ambitious game and it's being made by very capable people, and it looks like a good game. It looks like a fun game, but it looks like the sort of game I would pick up for less than $20 and play for 3 hours.
Well, that is a gameplay trailer from a year ago. Valid criticism, because, we've had a lot of these promises before, and I've told this to their faces on interviews. We need to see to believe. Everyone needs to be a sort of a doubting St. Thomas with the Wayward Realms. I happen to be a believer in them, but that's only because of the pedigree that they come from. The fact that Julian Lefebvre, may rest in peace, and Ted Peterson, who made Daggerfall, are the heads of this project, or were in Julian's case. I will be trepidatious. Is that a word? Trepidatious?
It is now.
Until I actually get my hands on a product. I don't know. I think, look, this is the product that I think will have. Mr. Bingley, hello, sir. You've just missed the Wayward Realms trailer that we watched, and before that we were reacting to the Elder Scrolls 6 teaser trailer from 7 bloody years ago. I don't know, man. I think the Wayward Realms is where we will have to sort of set the bar if it achieves what it says it's going to achieve. But Dean, what do you think?
From the interviews I've seen you conduct, a lot of promises are being made, especially around their AI engine and their learning learning modules and stuff like that. If it can do what they say it can do, I think you're going to have a game with such incredible replayability. It'll be like I every now and then I'm a bit odd. I like Fallout 4.
It's
and I'll go back to it.
You just sort of slip into without worrying.
Absolutely. And I love exploring the world and everything, but the world never changes from one play session to another. So imagine now you've got this whole random thing happening. If they can get that to work properly, if they can get the unusual to happen, you're doing a quest, you think, I've done this quest plenty of times. And then something strange happens because you did something else several hours ago in the game that triggered another event and had this group suddenly steal the item from you. And now you're having to try and get the MacGuffin back from them. Having all of that sort of stuff thrown in, I think would create an incredible game. But if they don't nail that, you're going to end up with glitchy, weird stuff happening because the AI won't be as good as a person in running a quest.
Yes, and that's the thing. So you've got, like, well, the way they say is there's 2 steps, right? You've got the LLM, and then you've got the VGM, the virtual game master, that passes that information and sorts it out. So you do have some checks and balances. Yeah. I am very, very excited for the Wayward Realms. I'm pretty sure everyone here knows that I'm a simp, but that isn't to say I am not nervous for it as well, because we are coming towards the end of the year now. It's the 1st of October today. That means they've got this month, November and December, to get the early access out, phase 1 early access. And I've been waiting all year for it. Like, when was the first interview I did with this? The beginning of this year? Sometime just after April, May? It's one of those games that feels like it will never arrive for me. And I do hope, like, I was actually just chatting with one of the devs in the background saying, how's it going? He's like, oh, he's busy working. Like, good. Keep working. Back to the code mines with you. I am looking forward to the Wayward Realms, is how I will end that. But we are also coming up on an hour and a half. Let's have a quick look at the Warlock's suggestion for a topic. If anyone else has anything they want us to talk about, do go ahead and drop us a super chatted version of it. Otherwise, I will end after we finish this next thing. How do you plan out a spooky one-shot? It's the spooky season. It's coming down the pipeline, boys. Spooky one-shots. Dean?
It depends how long the one-shot is. Are you talking a very short one-shot, about an hour, in which case you probably have time for a couple of encounters, so you want the party straight into something. For example, strange goings-on in the graveyard. You arrive at the graveyard, you solve a little puzzle, summon the Headless Horseman, defeat the Headless Horseman. Brilliant, well done.
That's and the Headless last one shot.
yeah. Or something a little bit more involved, a spooky house where you're talking 3 hours.
That's my last one shot.
there's a lot of classic stuff you can draw upon. And I think you have to, because when people think Halloween and spooky, certain images are conjured. And if you try and break that mold, you're going to lose your audience.
What about you, Brass? Spooky one-shot? Not that, you've played plenty of my spooky one-shots. I've played plenty of your spooky one-shots.
Well, it wasn't really a one-shot. It was more of a side quest. Because it was already in the group that we were running for.
That was my ghost one as well, if you remember.
We didn't make a new group, with different characters in a just completely separate game.
It was like filler in an anime.
Yeah, it was like filler, and I did a Headless Horseman one. It wasn't really a one-shot last session that I did, but they all got trapped in the back rooms.
Yeah, that's very true. We did.
And they were in a haunted manor and all that sort of thing. So
very
spooky
esoteric.
Sessions. Yeah. But yeah, honestly, I wouldn't know how I'd plan one. I just plan it like any other session, to be honest.
Yeah, it just kind of happens.
Just make sure there's no meme characters, because if you have meme characters, then it's not going to be scary. It's going to turn into a joke.
Yeah. I mean, I think I pretty much agree with you on that.
And keep it level 1 if you're going to do a completely separate one-shot, because that's the scariest time to be, is level 1, where everything can kill you.
Reminds me of Ethelendal's Session 0. 2 crits, immediate death. Yeah, I think that's a good show, lads. Just to wrap up, if you guys want to drop your channel links in the chat quickly while I quickly say a few things. Again, chaps, the main community events that are coming down the pipeline, such as the 1,000 subscriber special, such as little dungeons that might be ran on the side by Brass and myself, and maybe even some Untold Destiny, if you want to get some early looks into that, will only really be available to people that are members of the channel at the Law Sworn level or higher. Go ahead and click that join button down below. $4.99 a month gets you access to the private Discord, as well as the possibility of being able to jump into video games with us, being able to jump into TTRPG stuff with us, and the like. All I ask is that you follow the rules in the Discord for etiquette, and we should get on famously. Yes, and it's good to be back on a schedule. Good to be back on a schedule. And told this happens every Wednesday, unless I'm too dead tired. This happens every Wednesday at 4 p.m. EST. Soon, is it this Monday it's starting, Dean?
This Monday, yes, this very Monday excited. Coming. We're going to be starting with a bang, and once your characters are geared up.
So this Monday, Dean will begin DMing for us a new story with a fresh raft of characters, an actual play. A kitty cat behind you, about to knock things off the shelf.
George.
Of the jungle. We are going to be doing an actual play of Untold Destiny, fresh story, fresh characters, starting at level 5, just to sort of get us straight into the action of things. And that will be fortnightly, and that will be at 5 p.m. EST for 2 to 3 hours apiece. And do come and join us for those streams as we sort of get our blades wet with some orcish blood. Other than that, do go ahead and click the links that have just been posted in chat. You've got Untold Destiny there, which is Dean's channel, and Brass has also posted his. Other than that, have I missed anything, boys?
Yes.
What have I missed?
I won't tell you.
Okay. Dean?
I don't think you missed anything.
Brilliant. Well, chapettes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. Do consider becoming a member at the Law Sworn level. Do like the stream. Go and watch some of the content from all three of us. And do like and subscribe to all the channels, etc., because it really does help out and is free of charge on that side of things. Thank you very much. Have a